Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, happy Friday. We have seen this week prices of wheat going up 40 cents, corn 26 cents, beans 29 cents, meal $12 a ton, and oil up 75 points. And most of this came after the bearish USDA Friday crop report, and because we're not getting the U.S. corn crop planted on a timely basis. Yesterday, wheat rallied above some initial resistance because of a concern that, number one, these rains could cause a quality problem in the winter wheat crop. But number two, if corn prices keep moving higher, there may be more wheat fed domestically, and that could lower the bearish carryout. As far as the weather is concerned, it looks like it's going to be wet. We've got some rains coming across the Midwest today, but with the southeast ridge causing much above normal temperatures and dry weather in the southeast, that promotes the chance that the jet stream will move across the Midwest and will stagnate on parts of western Illinois, most of Wisconsin, Minnesota, most of Iowa, Missouri, eastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, and South Dakota. Some people say in those areas over the next 7 to 10 days there could be 5 to 15 inches of rain. A little bit further east, you might see somewhere between 1 and 2 inches. The Delta and the Southeast could actually be dry in this type of stagnant forecast. In other words, you've all heard about the trains of rains that move across when you have a stagnant forecast like this. And so in the areas where you get the heaviest rain, you're going to see localized flooding and a lot of problems. The 8 to 14 day map also is wet across the Midwest, so it doesn't look like you're going to get much of a break in planting the corn crop through the 1st of June. As far as planting progress, we think that on Monday the USDA is going to say 50% of the crop is planted versus 90 average. And so you are beginning to see people say, okay, we might lose 300 million bushels from the USDA's crop. We might lose as much as 1 billion bushels. In order for the market to trade significantly above $4 in July corn, you're going to have to see a dry pattern this summer. So that means that the market may just kind of sit at a higher price through most of the month of June before the famous July 4th weekend. It was in 1883 when we came in and everything was perfect. It was wet, and then on the 4th of July we saw a dry pattern hit the U.S. Midwest and hurt crop yields. So that's one chance out of 20, maybe 30. But we have to kind of watch that southeast ridge and see how it develops down the road. Many farmers have been selling corn out of inventory at this rally. I would suspect that if the forecast is right, July corn will push over $4 next week. Dees corn will push over $4.20, and that will be a good place to add to cash coverage. We also note that the U.S. is working on some kind of aid package for farmers because of the trade war with China. Somewhere between $15 and $20 billion will be sent to U.S. farmers. This time they're going to try to spread it out to more farmers. The last time was mostly soybeans, but some people are talking about you need $8.80 cash prices to break even on beans. The cash price right now is $7.80, so the extra maybe $1 a bushel that they may send to the farmers would make the farmers like break even. So a lot of things going on in the U.S. with this weather pattern. When we look big picture outside the United States, there's plenty of corn, beans, and wheat, and it doesn't suggest, given that supply and demand, that we need to trade a lot higher unless there's a dry pattern this summer. Yesterday, the funds are buyers of 10,000 wheat, 30 corn, 5 beans, and we still think that they're short 68 wheat, 226 corn, 155 beans. One of the reasons why the beans are not rallying along with the corn and wheat is that there's still plenty of beans, and without a China deal, there is less demand for beans than if there was a deal. So beans are a reluctant follower in all this unless the weather pattern turns dry this summer. So look at your profit your cost in the corn market. See if you can sell some inventory corn on this rally. I do think that the forecast is just Monday will trade higher. After that, I don't know how much more upside potential the markets have with the large global supplies. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.